Just because it's spring doesn't mean you have to stop eating soup. I mean, maybe you weren't thinking time to stop eating soup, but some people do. I like to continue to eat soup all year long. Cold soups in the summer, light fresh soups in the spring, and heartier soups in the winter. So today I'm making a light fresh soup for spring. It's a leek, potato, and green bean soup. And to brighten it up at the end, a delicious parsley oil that I'm gonna make in a few minutes. Start off by cleaning your leeks. Leeks are one of those things that you absolutely have to wash no matter what they look like on the outside. There could be hidden grit hiding between the leaves. So cut your leeks first. I find that this is the best way to get a really good clean leek. I have 2 leeks. They're kind of large and the recipe calls for medium, so I'm not using the entire thing. Take your leeks and wash them in a big bowl of cold water. Once they're cut up, the water will be able to get between all of the leaves and you have more of an opportunity to make sure that it all comes out. So once your leeks have cleaned and you've swished them around in the water as much as possible, lift them out, shake off the excess liquid, and then dry on paper towels or a clean kitchen towel. Get them as dry as possible before you start to saute. Heat a medium saucepan over medium-high heat and add a couple teaspoons of olive oil, keeping it light. There's gonna be some oil in the parsley oil that I make later, so use as little as possible for sauteing your leeks. Saute them until they're translucent. It should take 3 to 6 minutes. You can season a little bit right now with some salt and pepper. If you don't have leek or you don't like leek, you could also use a bunch of scallions here. When your leeks are softened, add 5 cups of chicken broth. If you have homemade, even better, but store-bought will do. And then 1.5 pounds of russet potatoes cut into 1/2-inch cubes, peeled of course. It's basically a potato leek soup, but it's not gonna be pureed. It's nice and chunky. Bring this to a boil, reduce it to a simmer, and cook until the potatoes are tender. That should take about 10 minutes. And while you're doing that, you can ABP and get your parsley oil ready. This is gonna really brighten up your soup and springify it even more. I'm making it with parsley, but you could use cilantro. Any soft herbs will do. You can use them in combination with the parsley or on their own. Make sure your parsley is clean. This is a no grit soup. I'm just gonna talk about grit non-stop. You don't want gritty parsley. Gritty parsley, gritty leeks. Stay away from the grit. You don't need to get rid of all the stems, but get rid of the big stems. And then puree your parsley with a little bit of oil. And I like to add a little bit of salt too. It's kind of like making a pesto, but no nuts, no cheese, nothing like that. Just a simple herb puree. You need a little bit of oil. Maybe about a tablespoon or 4. Just kidding. And a little bit of salt. All right, good enough. For easier usability, transfer it to a bowl or measuring cup. Final soup ingredient, 1/2 pound of green beans. These have been trimmed and cut in half. They need to simmer just until they're tender. That could take about 6 minutes. While I wait, I'm gonna clean up. It's done. It's bright and fresh and springy as can be, but also really quite hearty. Isn't it pretty? But to make it prettier and even more delicious, a little spoon of that parsley. Just a little dollop, and it'll dissolve into the soup and make it green and fresh. It's a beautiful, fresh, green, welcome to spring soup. Welcome to spring soup. Or is it welcome to spring soup? You decide. Hi guys, thanks for watching this video. Be sure to click here if you want to subscribe and click over here if you want to continue watching more great videos like this.